missing treasure. It all started many years ago when Alice and her brother Adam were playing on their farm with their dog Lucky. Lucky was a brown-spotted Kelpie cross collie. Alice and Adam played with their dog Lucky all the time, but today was different. Today something happened as Alice and Adam were running around happily with their dog Lucky in the huge paddock on the farm. Lucky was happily chasing the kids around when Alice tripped over and saw something. It looked really weird. Alice was confused. Alice told Adam that she had seen something really weird and didn't know what it was. So Adam, Alice and Lucky started to dig as quickly as they could to see what it was. As they were digging quickly, Alice saw it again. "Hey, I found it," yelled Alice. "Where?" Adam replied. "In my hand, silly," laughed Alice. So they had a look at what it was. They found out that it was a dusty map to something, but they didn't know where it led or what it was for. So the kids went to ask their parents, and their parents said that they had no idea what it was for or where it came from, but actually they did. Later that day, Alice excitedly called her best friend Annie to see if she could come over so that they could have a look at the dusty map together. 20 minutes later, Annie arrived at Alice's house. "What is that?" Annie asked, excited. Alice explained to Annie how she found the dusty map and how she had no idea what it was for, so they started to think. After a while, Alice asked her parents if Annie and her could go follow the map to see where it led them. Alice's parents let her and Annie follow the map as long as they stayed out of trouble. So off they went on their big journey to see where it led them. It took them a few hours before they realized that they had been following the same part of the map and they had been going in circles. "Well, we better head back home to my house because it's getting late," Alice said tiredly to Annie. When they got home, Alice asked her parents if Annie was allowed that they could follow the map again tomorrow. They said yes, so Alice asked Annie if she could come around tomorrow so that they could try again. "That would be great," Annie told Alice happily. So the next day, Alice woke up really early and waited for Annie to come over. Alice was determined to get to the end of the map and see what the missing treasure was. After a while, Annie arrived, so they set off on their fun mission to hopefully find the end of where the dusty map leads them. They had been following the map for at least an hour, and they were hoping that they would get to the end of it soon, so that they could see where it led them and if they could find the treasure. Alice and Annie were so close to the end of the map. All they had to do was go down North Street, go into the 5th shop, and find the X. Well, the girls were surprised to see that the 5th shop on North Street was a pet shop, so they went in. As they went in, the girls looked at each other and smiled. They were looking for the X. They found it. It was on a cage with a puppy in it. The puppy was the cutest thing in the world. So the girls asked the shopkeeper if they could have the puppy. The shopkeeper said sure, because an old lady had came in and bought it and said it was for 2 young girls. When the girls got home with the puppy, everyone was excited to see the puppy, but Lucky was the most excited. They all decided to call the puppy Sophie. That day, their grandparents came out and told Alice, Annie and Adam and the rest of the family that they had put the map in the paddock. Alice was so confused but happy at the same time. Alice and her family had the puppy for many years. The end. And I bet you weren't expecting a puppy to be the treasure. I hope you enjoyed my story.